Have you ever found yourself in a situation where something unexpected happened, and in that split second, everything shifted? Maybe it was a joke that caught you off guard, a surprise that made you laugh, or a moment where time seemed to stop. Can you remember a time when your thoughts were moving in one direction, and then out of nowhere, you felt something completely different? Because right now, as you recall that moment, you might begin to realise just how easy it is to shift states. Was there ever a time when you were caught in a spiral of thought, but then someone said something, did something, and suddenly you were free? Do you remember that feeling? That's right, that moment, that shift. It's what allows the mind to open, to see new possibilities. And because the mind learns through contrast, you might start to notice how we interrupt old patterns. New patterns begin to form, easily, effortlessly, without even trying. And perhaps you've already begun to feel the curiosity, the openness, because your unconscious mind is already seeking patterns, connections, insights, even before you consciously realise it. Because people used to believe the earth was flat, and once upon a time, someone told you a limiting belief. And maybe, just maybe, you accepted it as truth. But what if that belief was just a trick of perception, a story, a habit? And what if, right now, your mind could begin to let go of those old unnecessary limitations? Because as you begin to realise, beliefs, they're just thoughts we keep thinking. And what happens when you think a different thought? That's right, the belief changes. And as you relax into this realisation, you might start to notice that something inside you is reorganising. New pathways, new thoughts, new choices. They're beginning to emerge in ways that feel natural, effortless and exciting. Have you ever been watching a movie, completely absorbed, and suddenly someone taps you on the shoulder, pulling you back into reality? That's a pattern interrupt. Was there ever a time when you were feeling a certain way, but then someone made you laugh, and in that moment, you forgot why you were upset? That's a pattern interrupt. Do you remember a time when you thought something was going to be difficult, but then somehow it turned out to be easy? What if things were always meant to be easier than you thought? Because right now, as your mind connects all these moments together, you might begin to realise just how powerful interrupting patterns can be. Because each time you interrupt a pattern, you take back control. Each time you change the topic, each time you switch emotions, each time you surprise yourself, you step into mastery. And isn't it interesting? And the most charismatic people, they do this effortlessly. Have you ever met someone who seemed magnetic? Someone who kept you guessing, engaged, intrigued? What was it about them? Was it the way they shifted the energy? Was it the way they played with emotions, stories and topics? That's right. Because right now, as you think about that, your unconscious mind is already installing these patterns into your own behaviour. And I wonder, what will it be like when you find yourself in the future in a conversation and suddenly know exactly how to shift the energy, exactly how to break the pattern, exactly how to take control in the most fun, effortless way? And perhaps even before you realise it, you'll start playing with this, testing it, noticing how easy it is to interrupt a thought, shift a feeling, guide a conversation effortlessly. And what if right now you can already feel that playfulness, that freedom, that confidence building inside you? What if that feeling kept growing naturally, automatically, every time you spoke? And you may begin to notice in the days ahead, this ability is just there, unfolding, happening more and more, as if it was always a part of you, because it is. And so, in a moment, as you come back, you might find yourself smiling for no reason. And if you do, that's right. That's how you know it's working.